Hello, friends. How are you? Hope everybody is fine during lockdown and COVID time. This is a pandemic time. It's a bad time going on. So, friends, today I'm going to talk about one of my poetry that I have written at the age of 17. So, I was a small kid at 17 years old. I was doing my 10 plus 2 maybe that time. So, many years back. So, close to 35 years back. This is a history probably. So everybody is aware about this terminology that is the baboched, that is the dissection. So if you are a biology student or a medical student or a life science student or a biotechnology student, probably you will be aware about what is dissection is all about. Dissection is kind of a cross section. You are making some cross section, then you are through some stain or other things you are observing either under compound microscope, either it is, if you can take a simple slide, take a cross section with a stain. There are many type of stains are available based on what kind of material you are using it, that stain can be done. Various things, your lactophenol, cotton blue, there are many other things probably you can take for staining. That staining is important because once you do finer cross section, those stains are having the properties, it is going to be attached to the surface of this particular cross section and whatever cells are there. So if you observe under microscope, you will have greater clarity of what is there inside. So generally in a simple microscope or a compound microscope, so magnification, if you can take 40x, 10x, 20x or oil immersion objective, probably you can get 40 into 20, that is close to 800 times magnification. Well, you cannot see coronavirus, probably the macroscopic cross section, probably you can have better understanding. You can take image also, so you get good views. So childhood, I had a lot of curiosity in knowing what is this cross section is all about. I have done a lot of cross section. So during my graduation, my master degree, my PhD degree, my postdoc, I have done a lot of cross section by using microscope. So sometimes you use higher magnification microscope with a good CCTV camera. So I'm not going to talk about what is baboched or dissection. So dissection, everybody knows dissection, how it is dissection. Everybody knows more than me, but at the age of 17 writing dissection about the society. So understanding when you are doing practical, doing experimenting or frog or taking cross section of little stem or leaf, then you are thinking about the dissection of the society, how our Indian society is divided into rich, poor, middle class, lower middle class. The economic in equilibrium is there. So understand that part. So my mind is something there, even though my eyes is there under microscope, but my mind is doing something else probably. So I have written a small poetry. I want to talk about that poetry. Let me recite this poetry in the original form of whichever language I have used. My mother language is Bangla, that's why I am trying to express myself in Bangla. I have been talking about writing poetry on your mother language, whichever language you write. For that matter, I have seen Russia before 1985. We used to get a lot of books, free of cost books. This is all translated into English, but I do not have access to the original Russian language or French for that matter. It is very important to have your poetry baseline, what is there in the mother language. that is the essence of the poetry lies on your mother language. The choice of word, everything is like, no, it is critically done, because everything equal, your stock of word is much more higher on your mother language. Your selection, your analytical power or picking up certain words from your mother language is always will be better, because this is the baseline probably what you think. So keeping this thing in mind, I want to say something. I talked about many issues about writing poetry, translating. The poetry cannot be translated. I talked about Tagore got Nobel Prize 1913. It is based on the translation of his collection of Bengali poems from Bengali to English. It was translated. I really do not know whether Tagore has translated or somebody else, someone has done, because I could see the introductory part by W.B. Yeats. So I had certain reservation. I'll talk about those issues, that if somebody is writing introduction for somebody else, so this is the saddest part probably. I could have, being as a Bengali, I could have been more proud that original Bengali literature taken by the Nobel Foundation and Rabindranath Tagore given that award in 1913, but that is not been done. Why there is a translation, I really wonder, because in that time also I told in many forums there are more than 4-5 crores Bengali, usually 5 crores population, and that time how much population in Europe in 1913. So one really want to see Bengali is a very, it's Bengali, Bangla is equally rich language compared to French, Italian, all those Portuguese, all those people, whoever European they speak, even German language. So 4 crores people speaking in Bangla means obviously the award could have given. I mean, it is recognized also by the international that the Bengali or Bangla. So there could not have been any kind of problem. Probably that wisdom they have not exercised, and they have translated for what reason I really do not know. In translation, poetry translation, it lost the essence of the poetry. That is what my feeling. The entire essence might lost. So, because I know that what are the in-depth writing by Tagore, I could read both the original Bengali as well as the English. I can draw the parallel comparison. So, Tagore has got the Nobel Prize, fine. I do not have the problem. I also told many things about Tagore, whether he deserves Nobel Prize by writing or translating this poetry on that basis. I have talked about many things. I also told very clearly Tagore could not have got the Nobel Prize if W.B. Yeats could not have written the introductory part of Gitanjali. Okay, friends, this is not the thing that I want to discuss. I want to discuss my poetry. Sorry, baboched, that is the dissection. Let me recite this poetry in Bangla first. Then I'll try to translate it the way I want to translate it. I'll try to explain what I want to convey. Baboched, ব্যাঙের ইন্টেস্টাইনে পাবে কুঁচো চিংড়ি আর পুঁটি মাছ, শালের ট্রাকিড ট্রাকিয়া জাইলেম ফ্লোয়েম ডিফিউজ পোরাস, সাধনবাবুর টাকার থলি, সিন্দুকের চাবি, ব্যাংকের পাসবই আর চর্বির কোণে লেখা শোষণী মন্ত্র। কাঙালের এঁটো কাটা, বাসি রুটি, বিড়ালের কান্না আর ফ্যাকাশে রক্ত। বেকারের বেকার স্টোন, হতাশার জিন, যন্ত্রণার বিষদাঁত, মিথ্যার প্রতিশ্রুতি, লাইফের ফলস ডকুমেন্টস, আর লিটার তিনেক সাদা রক্ত. This is a small poetry. Probably whoever is aware of the Bengali, probably they have understood the meaning. I am speaking for the greater audience who is not aware about the Bengali or Bangla. So let me explain to you. As I have told you what is dissection is all about, I am dissecting the society, the class, into many parts. In this dissection, there are few things are coming. The class among the humans, the rich, poor, ordinary people, the jobless people, the qualified people who have not got the job. If you dissect and cross section, you do it, what is the inner thing, you get it. Similar way also plants, if you do the cross section or some animal I have taken, if you do the dissection, what you get it, that is what I was trying to tell you. First of all, I told you the bang, that is the frog. If you cut a frog, if you open up the intestine part, what you are going to get it? You are going to get it small fish and small food particles, that organic food particle that is filled with everything, the intestinal part. That is what you are going to get it once you take out or open this intestine. Now, sal means it's a Sarya Robusta. This is the scientific name is sal. Bangla, we call it sal. Sarya Robusta or other plant is there, Tectona grandis, those kind of plants are a very giant plant. So now if you dissect the stem part, what you are going to get? You are going to get it trachea, trachea, xylem, phloem, diffuse, porous. Those are biological terminologies. I am not explaining what is this all about, because those are the different kind of cell line is responsible for certain work. Some are transporting work, some are building the structure, some are different kind of work, some are doing some photosynthesis, some cells might be doing something which is in the leaf area. There are many things are involved with this trachea, trachea, xylem, phloem, diffuse porous, those kind of things for many issues that is involved for the plant. Now question is, now third point is coming, Sadhan Babu. We say Sadhan Babu is a very kind of a rich, wealthy person. So Sadhan Babu, if you dissect like frog, if you open up his stomach, what you are going to get it? You are going to get lot of money inside his stomach. Then you will get, because in earlier days people used to hold money inside a big box. You will get the key inside his stomach. So that key is also there. You will also get the passbook or bank passbook, that is also found inside the stomach. Okay. What else? Another important thing is there, that is a very interesting thing is there. There are a lot of fat deposition takes place. The rich people, because of the wisdom and knowledge and a lot of money what they have, they deposit a lot of money. So it is nothing but in the form of a fat. Okay. So it is kind of an imagination that your fat is nothing but it can store a lot of wealth. So there are a lot of animals also, like shark and all, they deposit a lot of fats. This is the food storage. If there is a scarcity, there will be a fat deposition. So that will going to supplement. So it will come as an energy, or it has got a lot of things when you deposit fat. Finally, this fat is going to help the time you have the scarcity. There are a lot of defensive mechanism, or what I say, it is a kind of a biological thing in nature. Everybody tries to accumulate some kind of things in the form of fat, and it dissolves gradually. It is like fatty acid and glycerol, all those things in the biological process. You get some energy at the end of the day. So, sorry, same way, I'm extremely sorry, I'm having cough. So, same way, the rich people, they have many ways to store money in different places. They not only keeping the money in bank, they also keeping money inside their house. It is a very, very common thing in India or probably everywhere. So a human being understand money well, whatever currency it might be, whichever bad currency or good currency, they understand the value of money. It's a very, very good thing. So sooner they understand, better would be. Now the question is how and which way this story that has to be understood. I will take a separate class in that thing. I will talk about how these things have taken place. Earning money is not a bad thing. Earning money legally or illegally, that has to be seen, and how the world is moving in which direction, our all sociological thing. When materialistic, I talked about the materialistic world, how this is taking shape. So I'm not getting my interest of this poetry will be lost if I speak other issues. Now coming back, I talked about the very rich man. Now I am talking about a person called Kangal. Kangal means a fellow is a very, very poor fellow. Poor fellow is not having anything. Kangal means the beggars, even worse than beggars, right? They go door to door. They even don't get one time meal. If you dissect those humans, they are also humans, right? But we call it Kangal. Our society told them, you are Kangal. So we have branded them as a Kangal. This is our fate of the society. We humans are very clever that way. So there are good terminologies that is being used to describe if somebody is poor, somebody is rich, and somebody is super rich. So those things are there. The way British has given the same kind of thing, Rai Chaudhuri, Rai Bahadur, once they got some education from the British when we are under the British Raj. So these Brahmin communities has got a lot of incentives, a lot of education. So they are given a lot of award. That's why they are at the higher order. So those things are very common. Actually, India has gone through more than 300 years British rule. My father, my grandfather, they have fought for the freedom movement, many other issues. They are under British rule. So some small story we used to hear. I'm just reasoning those things right today. And what you do when you dissect the Kangal, what you get it? You get এঁটো কাটা বাঁশটি বিড়ালের কান্না ফ্যাকাশে রক্ত. এঁটো কাটা means the Kangal, what they get it. Let's say Kangal is going to a very rich family to beg for a food or something like that. They don't get a good food packet or something like that. That they get the waste food, right? The waste food material is given to them, or somebody has eaten something is extra that is given to them for their purpose. This is very common in India. I am not ashamed of telling all those things. I am telling because back of my sight is Buddha is there. So there is nothing wrong in telling all those things. If we don't change our mind setup, then we are in trouble, we are in problem. So we are not analyzing if we treat human being on the same level, whether it is poor or rich or middle class, upper middle class, doesn't make any difference. If you want to give somebody food, why to give somebody food? Whatever you eat and that waste food you want to give, this is a poor man, that's why. No, this is not accepted. This is a very sad story of India. The other story I am not telling also many things. We are having so much things. The casteism, even you are not supposed to touch somebody, you are not supposed to touch somebody's feet. That kind of level of things are there. You are not supposed to look towards somebody because of the caste. So it is also there in 21st century. Friends, what I am trying to tell over here is I am again deviating from my topic. It is 19 minutes past. I want to finish before 25th minutes. I want to finish my topic. Now what is dissecting what you are getting it? You are getting etokata, basi roti, the bread and other things which is there kept inside freeze for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, those things are given. You are supposed to give it to municipal corporation or to anybody, or you give it to any people. Even if you find somebody is coming and begging, okay, you clean your fridge or something like that, you give it to them. That is what our mentality. I don't know it is a good mentality or bad mentality, but since I am talking, probably you could understand what is my feeling, whether I am echoing the same thing or not. Okay, Basi Ruti, Bidaler Kanna. The cat, when cat cries, Bidal means cat. Cat generally don't cry. Once they are hungry, they cry. But inside the poor people, there are 2, 3 cats. They are always living because the hunger is striving, like no, it is telling that is crying inside their stomach. That is what I have told you. Ar fekashe rokto. Their blood is not red blood, their blood is white. Even though human blood is red, but if I see those poor people, those Kangal people, right, that the poor people, their bloods are little white. So their composition is not good. The iron concentration is not very much there. So rich people, they have good percentage of iron, mineral, all those things they have. Vitamins, you will find everything inside the blood. That's why poor people's blood has got no meaning. They are not supposed to give blood to the hospital or anything. So their bloods are very, very bad bloods. So those are the oppressed class I am talking about over here. Next is Bekar. What is Bekar? Bekar means jobless, like me, who are not having job. In India, like after MSc, after PhD, after MBA, after DSc, there are many people they are jobless. They are engineers. Many people they are doing unwanted thing now. What is happening across India with having so many qualifications, so many talents, even they are ready to work in municipal corporation, having PhD degree for sweeping job, cleaning job. They want to work in post office, do the stamping job, having statistics MSc. So, friends, it is a very interesting India. We want to talk about greater India, better India, until or unless you clean up. That is what I am dissecting the baker. 35 years back I have written. Now 2021, there are various jobs in different state is there. Jobs are not there, government jobs. So whatever post is coming, the clerical job or any kind of superintendent job and all those things, qualification, you need a graduation degree. For that matter, it is not required somebody from PhD, somebody from DSc, somebody postdoc from abroad and coming. So I really do not know what is happening. 30, 40,000 application for 100 posts. Out of that, there is even reservation. I'll talk about that part also. So 50% goes in reservation, rest opens competition for 30, 40 posts. You have 30, 40,000 application. Means in ratio wise, if you analyze that in 1,000 application, one post. So what is this all about? You can imagine if there is one or two posts, you have 1,000 application. It is better to do the lottery, right, rather than giving exam. Have lottery in open field and get selected. Matter over. So somebody will feel that I'm selected because of the lottery. So lottery is also there. Because all are qualified. How to judge is a PhD guy is a PhD guy. At least he has got knowledge and wisdom. That's why he could complete PhD. So friends, I was trying to talk about my poetry. What you get it Bekar. You get it Bekar stone, হতাশার জিন, যন্ত্রণার বীজদাঁত, মিথ্যার প্রতিশ্রুতি, লাইফের ফলস ডকুমেন্টস আর লিটার তিনেক সাদা রক্ত. If you dissect the baker, what you are getting lot of stones inside the stomach. Okay. Hotasha is your gene is depressed. You will find if you try to analyze those genes, you have a lot of depressed genes. We know there are many repetitive DNA kind of thing. There are DNAs which are responsible for many other activities. But first time I'm introducing is a kind of a depressed gene. What is depressed gene? When your mind is depressed for many things, your gene will be obviously depressed. It is not necessarily if I think your mind and your biological system it's working in coordination, obviously your gene will be depressed. There is nothing a good science or bad science. It is just simple logic probably I'm putting this is a bad gene, depressed gene. যন্ত্রণার বীজ দাঁত, you pain your teeth, everything because of this pain and everything. Your body is paining because of you do not have the proper job. Mithar Pratishruti. Mithar Pratishruti means it is the false hope. The society gives a lot of false hope to provide job, and those false hope this person is digesting, like millions of youth, they are digesting in their body system. These are the false hope by our system, political system, offering job, many other things, many other incentive. When they don't get it, those things are becoming more virulent. That is what in biological terminology, if you say it, more expressive. That is what is in English literature, you can say it. It is expressive in biological term. It is the virulent or kind of a susceptible or whatever you say it. So this is what I was trying to tell you. Now, যন্ত্রণার বীজদাদ মিথ্যার প্রতিশ্রুতি, লাইফের false documents. If you do not get job, what is the meaning of having so many degrees? Let's say I have many degrees, many certificates, many awards and all those things. What you are going to do at the end of the day with those things? If you have degree from Stanford degree and you come to India and want to have a job or something like that, you do very good thing and good publication and all those things, you come hoping that you are going to get job. But if you don't get job, what is the meaning of those certificates? Those certificates is as good as like a piece of paper, has got no relevance until or unless you utilize it. It's better the worker who is working getting 200, 300 rupees per day, they are much better off than having a qualified person holding so many degrees. The frustration level of in comparing a worker who is getting 400, 500 per day and a person having PhD, good publication and everything, not having job. Because the problem is there, this person won't be able to go to field and work because he thinks that they have little degree. Some intellectual work, maybe something they might be happy in doing that. They are also in crossfire between whether to work, physical work to be given to the field or mental work to be given. So those kind of conflicts are there always, you might be thinking. So India is going through a lot of turbulence in that direction. So qualified people is very difficult to tell them that go work in the field, you have agricultural land, you can work there, you can earn money. However, whichever way you speak, probably they won't be convinced. They feel, no, this is not the job for me, I have something else. So even they don't explore that possibilities, then they feel that government is there to offer them job. When government is not able to give them job, they become more frustrated. So their wisdom and everything is lost in translation. They wait for government to do anything. They never think that they have also a degree, they want to do it, that possibilities or opportunities they don't exercise. So I have tried to explain that part, that with the so many degrees and everything, you are more frustrated and you are holding the same 3.5 liter white blood, not the red blood. The bakers, jobless people, they don't hold good quality blood because of they are treated as a jobless by the society. So when they get job, then all the opportunity there, suddenly those white bloods turn into red blood and they become part of the society, they then dance around. So it is the really test of democracy how shifting is taking place. It's like again T20 match at the wait up to last over. So everybody expect out of 1,000, if one person is changing from white blood to red blood, means getting jobs, everything will be white. And this person will be shown in the society in a different way, very intelligent, very intellectual, very everything. The time he was jobless, he will be taken into consideration. It's a useless fellow in this world. He doesn't have any position in this society. He doesn't deserve anything. All society is going to tell all those things. And this fellow has to carry forward at his back all those things. But once he gets a job, then the dynamics changes. But he probably is a very lucky boy that he got job. But there are many, they don't get the opportunity. Their life ends there. So this is what I told the success story. I have not told about unsuccessful stories. There are millions. So friend, this is all about the poetry. Oh, I have much time I have spoken. I have spoken 31 minutes. So I should not speak. Thank you very much. And if you have any opinion, please let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Take care.